Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 8.
This morning we got up early and took Disney transportation over to Epcot because we wanted to be there before the park opened. We got there about 8:15 and they actually let us in around 8:30. So Robert, as the photographer that he is, wanted to take pictures, so that's why we were there.
Yeah, I happened to have my camera with me. I thought maybe we get there early, I can catch it with less crowds. And there was a bunch of other people who had the same idea, so that didn't really work. But I did get some cool pictures of Spaceship Earth that morning, and I decided I was going to give up on the pictures for the day because it was already more crowded than I wanted, and I was just going to go ahead and enjoy the day, riding some rides, and also maybe taking some video of some of the rides.
Thankfully, Robert stopped taking pictures just in time because we actually got to enjoy the JAMMitors. They were out that morning. And they are some of our favorite performers. We love listening and watching them because they're just so entertaining.
They're a lot of fun.
So talented.
And they've been doing it since I can remember. Like when I was a little kid going to Epcot, I remember watching the JAMMitors, and one of them is actually still from the original group, so that's kind of cool.
Of course, at this time now we were hungry, so we headed over to the land and had a somewhat okay breakfast at Sunshine Seasons.
Yeah, I will say the cheese Danish was really good. I
really
actually really
good.
enjoyed the cheese Danish, but it was just kind of like a normal, like, quick service breakfast sandwich thing with potatoes or whatever. But since we were there in Sunshine Seasons, it only made sense to walk across the hall into Soarin' because we were right there. And it is one of my favorite rides in Epcot. I've got a lot of favorite rides everywhere, but Soarin's just always enjoyable. It's just a fun, light ride where you're just kind of enjoying the views and relaxing, and I very much enjoyed riding Soarin'.
Yeah, I do too. So from Soarin' we went over to Figment and rode that, and then we did the only logical thing. We went to the DVC Lounge.
And for those who don't know, the DVC Lounge is a lounge for Disney Vacation Club members exclusively. It is up above Journey into Imagination with Figment in the glass pyramid. So it's really cool to go up there. They've got seats, they've got Coke Freestyle machines where you can have free soda, and they come around every now and then with snacks that you can have. So it's a really cool experience, a little kind of exclusive perk for Disney Vacation Club members who have bought direct and have that blue card, which is really cool. And I wouldn't say like I bought Disney Vacation Club for the lounge access in Epcot, but I'm also not upset that I get lounge access in Epcot because in the summer especially, it's really nice to have a place to go and just sit, have a drink, cool down for a few minutes, and then go back out into the park.
Yeah, it is a really nice perk that we took advantage of a whole lot last year, and of course you'll see that throughout the year. But then from there, we went over to ride Frozen, and Robert actually did a 360-degree video of that ride.
Which is why in the ride photo I look kind of dorky, like I'm the guy
Distracted?
I'm the guy holding a stick, right? But it was a really interesting experience trying to video in 360 on a dark ride. Video didn't exactly come out great. I mean, it exists. I guess if I wanted to put up a bad video on YouTube, I could do it. But turns out I need a lot more light for a 360 video, even if it is a cool ride like Frozen that has like all the video effects and all the animatronics. You don't really get to see it well in 360. So, you know, live and learn. Experience is I just don't do 360 on dark rides.
So from there, Robert was still carrying his camera gear the entire time we were doing all this. So we went back to the room to drop that off and actually got to see a really pretty sunset from our balcony. And then we walked over to Disney Springs because we were really hungry and wanted to try something new.
And she says really hungry. I mean, we skipped lunch, so we knew we were really, really going to be hungry by the time dinner got around, but that's okay. And as we mentioned yesterday, Congress Park is where our room was, which is right across the water from Disney Springs, and there's a bridge that takes you right over there to the Disney Springs entrance. You walk in, and we're like, okay, there's tons of food options here. What do we want to do? Earl of Sandwich, or maybe Wolfgang Puck Express, or whatever. And we settled on a restaurant we had never eaten at before, and we went to the Polite Pig. And my life was forever changed.
It's his favorite restaurant at Disney Springs. I'm not even joking. He talks about it all the time. Now, this is the restaurant you can smell. When you walk over by World of Disney, the smell in the air is from Polite Pig.
In a very good way. If you smell a good smell. If you don't smell a good smell, that's not Polite Pig. Don't mistake that.
I should have clarified, of course.
If you smell delicious smoked meats, it is probably Polite Pig. And we went over there and ordered a big, huge platter that would be shareable, they said, and had all these different samples of different things on there. They were right. It was definitely shareable.
And we had leftovers.
Plenty of food and leftovers to eat. But one other thing they had that we decided to splurge on because we could not believe how amazing it looked was they had cookies there. These cookies were from a local bakery that you may have heard of now called Gideon's. And these cookies looked incredible. They were huge chocolate chip covered chocolate chip cookies. Unbelievably big, unbelievably sweet and delicious. And of course now Gideon's is opening here at Disney Springs their own shop. So they don't have those at Polite Pig anymore. They're going to have their own location, which is great.
We are very excited about that. But these cookies are exactly what you would imagine as a child. Like what you wanted to make and mom was like, no, don't, that's too many chocolate chips. That's what this cookie is. So what we all wanted as a child, we can now have as an adult. And of course, we pay for it, but we're the adults. We're paying for it anyway, so we're going to enjoy these cookies.
When you're paying for it, you get what you want. That's how it goes. But I think the cookie was probably your favorite part.
I also loved the pretzel with the beer cheese fondue.
The giant pretzel was so good. Yeah. But the barbecue is my favorite part. I am a huge barbecue fan, and so I was very, very happy with all the different barbecue there, especially the brisket. I really, really like their brisket, and it's kind of my favorite type of barbecue anyway, is brisket. But I really enjoyed the food, and also the cookie, which I think you ate most of, but it's because it's her favorite. She loves chocolate.
But now, because we had Polite Pig, every time after when we would go to Disney Springs, I wanted to try something new, review something new. And do you know what he wanted?
A Polite Pig. Yeah, every time.
So when he says this changed his life, it really did.
Like,
he wants it all the time.
Like, till now, we still go to Disney Springs, and I walk by, I'm like, so I know we just had dinner, but Polite Pig smells really good over here, you know what I mean? And I'm like, no, we don't stop. But when Disney Springs reopened back in May, that was the first place we went on opening day. We went to Polite Pig, because that was what I was wanting the entire time we were stuck at home on lockdown. So I will say Polite Pig is not for everyone. Like, you know, if you're vegan, probably not the best choice, but it is amazing if you like barbecue. And the cookies, you don't even have to go there to get the cookies now. You're gonna have your own place to go at Disney Springs to get those. So we're sidetracked, but I'm telling you, I could talk about Polite Pig's food for quite a while. So we're gonna move on.
The other thing is too, it's a great shareable meal, especially for a family. It's a great price, so that's definitely a place we recommend going if you're trying not to spend too much at Disney Springs. It's a lot of food, it's really good, there's something for everyone, and that platter, I mean, you saw the picture, it's ridiculous, so highly recommend it.
So full of delicious barbecue and cookies, and with a bag of leftovers to take home with us, we made the long walk from that part of Disney Springs back over to the bridge to Saratoga Springs and walked back to our room where we ended the night, and that is the end of our day 8. So we will see you tomorrow
for our Year with the Ears.